Behind the Frenzy, sponsored by the My Auto Group.
Welcome everyone to the Behind the Frenzy podcast. I'm Dean Holzwarth along with Andy McDonald. We're here, Thanksgiving week, Ford Field. Let's talk about the state semis real quick. You know, we had 7 teams obviously playing in the semis. 3 out of the 7 won are moving on. What were your thoughts about some of the state final games? Were you surprised, or did they kind of go as you thought?
I mean, yeah, relatively. I guess the one surprise, I thought maybe East Kent would be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
In their effort, just it seemed like they were pretty confident going into that game, like having the scrimmage with them earlier in the season, that it could be a little bit closer. But obviously things went a little sideways for them in that game, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I think for the most part, the winners and the losers, I feel like I kind of thought that was how those games would go a little bit. Nothing against their other teams from around this area. Like, still an awesome season making it that far.
Yeah.
Just like, I've been around high school football long enough now that I know some of these programs they were playing against. And it's just, making an unbiased pick. That's just like what I would think. But so overall, the teams that we have in West Catholic, Unity, and Schoolcraft, it doesn't surprise me. We've seen those names at Ford Field before. So
yeah, definitely. And the teams that they played were really good teams, right? You look at Detroit Catholic Central, Mount Pleasant. They didn't lose to slouches. So unfortunately, some weren't very close. But that's kind of some of the talent that you see on these sides of the state with some of those teams.
No, Mount Pleasant went through a couple of our teams from here, so a lot of credit to them for making it. Neither one of East and Lowell, neither one of those teams are easy teams this year. So that they deserve a lot of credit for making it there. And DCC. I mean, I understand. There's been some closer games with teams from the East side that have been dominant, and our teams from over here in recent years, but. I mean, that team's stacked right now for sure. I would pick them to win the state title for sure.
100%. Okay, Andy, let's start out with Division 4. We got Unity Christian against Dearborn Divine Child. It's the Isaac Teslaw Aiden Hutchison Bowl, as they're calling it right now, with obviously Teslaw going to Unity Christian and Hutchison going to Divine Child. You talked to Craig Tibby over at Unity Christian today. What do you have to say about that matchup?
Yeah, no, he's excited about it. He knows the Divine Child is definitely not the easiest team to have to go play against. That's for sure. He talks about their defense, and he's like, oh, yeah, we start breaking down the film and looking at it. Wow, they just don't give up a lot of points. So, he knows the challenge that's in front of them. Unity Christian is one of the best at putting up points, though. They've done it in that stadium before. They also had a really tough loss in that stadium before. But they have scored a lot of points there, so they know how to do it. I think that they have confidence going in this game in this group because they played a lot better the last couple of weeks. And their coach kind of said it just like I asked him about that. I was like, you guys had a little bit of a slower start, and he kind of said the thing is it's more the matchups. Like he felt like the first couple games they had were better matchups for them. They were betterly matched up against the teams that they just played. I think that they're in the best spot they could possibly be in going into this game. But Divine Childs, it speaks for itself. It's going to be a tough game for them, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I was looking at some of Divine Child. So they won their last 2 playoff games by scoring only 10 points.
Wow.
Right? So their offense hasn't done a lot, but like you talked about, their defense a little bit has been really, really stout.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's anytime you get an offense with that high caliber of Unity Christian that can score a lot of points, they do every year. Playing against a defense like that just hasn't allowed a lot. It's always hard to predict what's going to happen, but that's what makes them sometimes the best kind of game. So I expect it to be a good one.
Do we see a Zeeland West type game like last year where Divine Child's not used to the wing tee and the type of style that Unity Christian obviously possesses, and obviously Unity Christian is able to, use that offense to their advantage and score lots of points and win this game?
I think so. I think that's like if you're Unity Christian, that's what you got to rely on. That's your anchor. You run that so well. They run it better than most teams in our area. It's definitely not something that's easy to prepare for in a short amount of time. So you have a lot of high flying talent and stuff over there in that area that plays better than maybe some of it does here. So, some of the strategies that teams use here to win when they get to that game, it's not to say it's all for that game. Obviously, there's different reasons they run the offense, but it proved last year, like you said, with Zeeland West to be a problem for Detroit Martin Luther King.
Because no one predicted Zeeland West win that game last year.
Nobody did. I would have definitely not picked that. No. So, it definitely can throw teams off, and Unity runs their offense better than most people out there. So I believe that will definitely be a huge factor. And we'll probably know very early in that game if it's going to make a difference.
100%. A little history here. Unity Christian, last time they were there was 2021 when they lost that thrilling game against Chelsea. Both teams scored 50 points in that game. Tough loss for Unity that year. Last year, time they won was in Division 5, 2018. And who was their quarterback? Isaac Tesla.
Of course.
So the last time that
What an
Unity
athlete.
Christian won a state championship was 2018 with Tesla.
Yeah.
I think in that game he had
He can come back and play this
interception,
year?
a rushing touchdown, and a passing touchdown.
You think he
What?
can come back and play this year? I mean, he'll be down there anyway. He can
Oh, yeah,
come back and play
100%.
quarterback. Yeah.
Are,
Why not?
are Isaac and Hutch going to be sitting next to each other?
Yeah,
you think?
maybe they'll
in a
both play in
suite?
this game.
I mean, to me, they're both going to be there. You
Have
know?
to, yeah, for
have to be
sure.
there.
Yeah.
I think Aiden did say something in his media availability the other day or yesterday about something about Divine Child. So
That's
we'll see what
awesome.
happens.
Yeah.
Divine Child does not have a lot of history. So they last. This is so interesting when I saw this today. They had last won a state championship in 1985.
Wow.
Against my alma mater, Wyoming Park. There's no Wyoming Park anymore, right? It's just
Yeah,
Wyoming
right.
High School. They won 21-0 that game. So it was
Dang.
kind of wild. And then they won a Class B state championship in 1975.
Wow.
So 2016 is the last time they made it to the semi. So it's been a while for this program, and we'll just kind of see what
Yeah, I
happens.
mean, you can say Unity actually is the more seasoned team in that scenario.
Yeah.
Then, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yep. All right, Division 5. Andy's West Catholic Falcons, Landing Grove.
Yep.
I was kind of texting Andy. I was in California over the weekend, and hey, how's West doing? This and that. And he's
This
like,
guy's carrying on his
it's
vacation.
close.
People should take that into consideration.
care my vacation.
He's always asking about the score.
So
Still,
I
Dedication.
100% am. Yes, I was on a hike and I didn't see a bear, but I was looking for the West Catholic scores. So yeah,
Good thing you didn't see
kind
a
of a
bear.
close game.
Yeah, no, for sure it was. I think that West Catholic had their hands full in that game. Ogama, they have a pretty good team. I mean, honestly, they had a lot of kids that were big, and when they got running downhill, it was hard for West Catholic to stop them. They had a hard time predicting, what player was going to get the ball every single play because they were
Yeah.
one of those offenses that has a lot of different motion, and
Yep.
They just had a lot of power up front. West Catholic was able to stop it. They had enough turnovers in this game. I mean, the quarterback for Ogama, he would look really good on one pass, and then the next one would be like, what in the heck's going on? And it would
Yeah.
just be one of those ones where West Catholic was able to easily intercept it. So, yeah, overall, West Catholic's talent, I think, played a little bit better in that game. They were able to pull away towards the end, but it's just, it's been the story of West Catholic season for the most part, at least for a lot of the games that I've been at.
Yep.
And even going back to, the week that they shut out Kalamazoo United,
Yep.
they're a much better team than Kalamazoo United. That game probably shouldn't have even been as close as it was for as long as it was, but it's just it seems like West have these drives where you're like, yeah, this team could beat anybody, and then they have a little bit of a problem. So, we'll see what they're able to do in this game. Going against Notre Dame Prep, it's a school that they've played in the past, I believe. So,
Yes.
it'll be interesting. But yeah, that game still gave me confidence. West Catholic's just one of those schools that finds a way to win.
Yeah.
And I think that they're destined right now to get this. I'm definitely predicting them to win this game.
Yeah, they won 12 games in a row. Lost that opener to Northview. Obviously, rattled off 12 straight, so playing well.
Yeah.
Last time West Catholic won a state championship was a Division 6 in 2022.
For sure.
Last 2 years have lost, obviously, to Catholic Central in the postseason. We've kind of talked about that. So,
CJ Abrams, Grady Augustine, those two, that's the heart of their offense.
Yeah.
If they get those two going like they do most games, they'll be just fine.
I think this would be the best game of the weekend. You look at a Pontiac Notre Dame Prep team that beat Unity Christian in the regular season finale. They scored 543 points, so they have a very dynamic offense. I don't know. I think this, like I said, I think this is going to be one of the best games of the weekend.
It definitely could be, for sure. Like I said, seems like no matter what, the game stays close when it's West Catholic. So, I expect it to be. It's one of the later ones on Sunday. Again, we thank Michigan State for having that game on Saturday, for making some of these later on Sunday, which
thanks a
kind of
lot.
sucks. But
Jonathan Smith.
yeah, no, for sure. So we'll see how it goes for West. But
Yeah.
You can make an argument that they could lose this game, but I don't know. It seems like every year it seems like the winner of that Catholic Central West Catholic game wins it all. So I think West is destined to do it this year.
Yep. Definitely we'll see. So looking forward to obviously that game. And then Sunday morning we have an early game, the Division 7 game against Schoolcraft. I will definitely be there for that. I'll be up early, apparently, going to cover that game. Thank you for the early morning start.
Yeah, 9:30 is pretty crazy.
But yeah, Schoolcraft is a team, 11-2 right now. They lost in the semis last year, so I think this team has a lot of motivation.
Yeah, no, for sure. Again, this is a school that we have seen there many times, and when they get there, they found a way to get it done before. So, I think that they're a good team, and I expect them to play well. Again, the one time I got to watch them this year, I got to see one possession.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to see a lot of them yet, but from what I've heard, their offense does put up a lot of points, and I expect that to be the same. I think I don't know a lot about the team they're playing either, so this is just kind of one that I need to do a little bit more research on before the weekend.
Yep, well, I'll tell you this. Schoolcraft, last time they won a state championship was 24 years ago. 2001, they went undefeated, 14-0, and won a Division 6 state championship. So it's been a while for this program, and they play unbeaten I always say it wrong. Help me out.
Menominee?
Menominee?
Yeah, Menominee.
Thank you.
Menominee, yeah.
I should have practiced that in the mirror this morning. Menominee. Okay.
Menominee. Okay, they used to play against West Catholic sometimes. So that I think West.
This is where I'm going with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Menominee. Say it again.
Menominee.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
All right, the team that Schoolcraft's going to play lost to West Catholic in the finals.
Yeah.
State championship game in 2010, 2013, 2014, and 2016.
Yeah, it's insane, man. I mean,
that team.
That division, yeah, it's just like West just owned it every single year they played, and it wasn't even close.
Yes.
That was around the time I was in high school.
Yeah.
So obviously I was pretty close to that. So it would always be like, yep, they're playing that team from the UP again.
Yeah.
And they have that insane travel where they have to come all the way down for that game,
Yes.
which is just so great. I mean, that's really cool as a team, in my opinion. Like you get to do that whole travel on a bus and everything with your team.
Yeah.
That's something you'll never forget for the rest of your life. But they never usually remember the result apparently because they were never able to find a way to get that win.
And it's funny, they won a state championship in 2007, then just had all those runner-up finishes.
Yeah,
West
for sure.
Catholic.
That's brutal. I mean, that's just like something just hanging over you. But yeah, who knows? I mean, it's a different matchup with Schoolcraft. They're a different team. They're not West Catholic. West Catholic was dominant back then. They just didn't really lose to anybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I definitely think Schoolcraft has the upper hand.
Do you think that team, Menominee?
Yes, got it.
Do you think that team is going to stick around to hopefully root for Notre Dame Prep against West Catholic?
That'd be pretty ridiculous.
They probably have just nightmares about West Catholic.
I'd imagine they probably have said a few things in their bus ride back. I don't know, but I hope that they don't do that. But yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. It's all fun here. But no, like we're looking forward to that game as well. So last weekend of the season, Andy and I will both be down there at times.
Very thankful the games are inside because the weather definitely stayed 1 week late from what we would have had to deal with last weekend if it would have been. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Yeah. Last thing I have for Andy is what is your favorite Thanksgiving side?
Oh gosh, I didn't even to think about this off the rip.
Yeah, it's a little tough. I didn't worry about.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of basic, and I really just like mashed potatoes and gravy. It's got to be the right kind of gravy. But I mean, honestly, I'm a turkey guy. I've always been turkey. So like for me, it is my favorite thing. That's what I think about. Yeah. That's what I look forward to with leftovers a lot. But yeah, man, I don't know. And then like a really good dinner roll. I don't know. I'm always about that too.
Agreed.
Like when you
butter in the middle.
When you get the leftovers, you can like make a sandwich with it.
100%.
That's my thing.
100%.
So, yeah,
like a Hawaiian roll.
Yeah. Oh
and,
gosh.
And put the turkey
best.
on there.
Absolutely.
That's
like I'll go for a week straight and I won't get sick of it.
100%.
No way.
Yeah. I'm a big like stuffing fan.
For sure.
I don't know why. And then the gravy and the stuffing, or like little side or macaroni and cheese or whatever.
For sure. My family started to go to that. They've started to make mac and cheese more. They didn't really do that for a while, but I don't know if it's just because that's become a more popular side dish, it seems like, as I've gotten older. But yeah, it's definitely a part of ours now too.
Yep. And I think green bean casseroles are pretty good. But not with the big beans though, like little beans.
Like, it's so specific.
Like the big beans. Very specific. Sweet potato casserole.
Yeah, no,
like,
for sure. I mean, to me, my plate's like loaded up. I don't really like. That's why when you threw that question to me, I'm like, I don't know, man. I just like to eat so much of it. Yeah, like as long as if I got football in front of me, like I'm happy. Yeah. Like I'll just eat whatever.
Yeah, I'm glad that the Lions do have that type of Thanksgiving feast that we can have.
Yeah, for sure.
So that would be good. So, well, hey, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week to recap the state finals.